Happy Tuesday, 11th. I hope everybody's having a fabulous week so far. I'm Deb Floros. This is another live class here at Beadaholique.com, and I love to hang out with you guys on Tuesdays. It's a morning or an afternoon for you, and we hope that you're enjoying your day no matter what time it is. Hello, Michelle. Hello. Tell me that you're here, friends, because we want to know who's watching and who's hanging out with us today. Thaisa, hello. I've got two moderators with me today, Michelle and Thaisa. They are fearless and fierce ladies. They're going to hang out with us in the chat. So if you guys have questions along the way, feel free to ask them. If you can't get an answer from me for some reason, hi, Monique Daly. Thanks for being here. Hi, Francie. Hi, Tanya. Hello, everybody. So I said it's November 11th, and I'm not going to say I can't believe it's November 11th, but yes, it is. So as you guys know, Beadaholique.com is closing its doors, but we are continuing to get you some live content as long as we possibly can. And if you don't know, the closing sale at Beadaholique.com is at 40% off. So everything is 40% off. Everything, all the things, there's no exceptions, just everything. So if you are looking to get ready for the holidays, prepare for next year, it's a great time to stock up on all of your favorite things from Beadaholique.com. Let's see who else is here. We've got Lorraine from Chico. Hi, Lorraine. Jan T is here from Chile, Montana. I bet it is chilly there. Dee from Miami. And it is Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day, you guys. If you are a veteran, we celebrate you. Ruby, hello. So gosh, you guys, as I said, November 11th, we are in the holiday countdown. We are getting so close. I really can't, I can't even I don't want to do the math. I don't want to know how much time is left. There's just not enough time ever. But today what I wanted to do is bring you some things that you may or may not be aware of on the site that you might want to gift to another beader or to yourself. So I believe this time of year, it's always important to do a little gifting to yourself if you can, because that helps to sort of balance out the giving and the receiving and all of that. So, and because sometimes our friends and family don't know what kinds of things to get us. And if they don't, you can point them to these things and have them do a little shopping for you for your jewelry making supplies and things. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me catch up a little bit more on hellos. Lisa in PA is here. Oma said you should see the snow here. Oma, I'm not going to tell you what it's like here today, but I would love to see some snow. Susan says greetings from Oklahoma. Kathleen, hello from Delray Beach, Florida. That sounds lovely. Oh, thank you so much, Connie. That is so sweet. Susan J is here from sunny Seattle. I'm glad you're getting some sun up there. Earrings are cool. We looked at these last week, and unfortunately, you guys, these are sold out, but we looked at these last week, and these are so super fun. They're like a Christmas bow. So cool. I checked to see if they were still in stock just a little bit before the show, and they are sold out. So I hope some of you were able to get some because they're super cool, super fun. Chris says hello to everyone. Tracy, I stopped drinking coffee about an hour ago, so I have water, and it's not in a cup. So sorry, but check with me next show. I might have a cup for you. Maureen says hello from Delaware. Barb says hello from Montana, and she's a first timer. Barb, thank you for being here and joining us. This crew is so much fun. Millie is here. She said she had some flurries and it's so cold. Okay, so I'm not telling you how nice it is here, you guys. This is the time of year when We are probably drastically different than you guys, but we are headed for a little cold front. And we're supposed to get some rain, which I love. So, ladies and gents, we are going to talk about gifting, holiday gifting ideas for jewelry makers. So I'm going to flip down. I'm going to show you my terrible wrapping skills. So I am forbidden to wrap. Like, I'm not allowed to wrap gifts because I am a terrible wrapper. So look at this horrible bow here. But we're going to open this up. We're going to start with something that I think you all should have. And hey, Michelle and Thaisa, I just thought of something because I just checked right before the show. The lockable containers that are for storage, I think there's like 2 of them left in stock. If you could add those to the shopping bag, that would be fantastic. I've got them to the side here, so if for some reason you can't load them, let me know. But otherwise, I'd like to show those to everyone. So if you're not familiar with watching our live shows here and you want to shop, all you need to do is click on the shopping bag. It should be somewhere here if you're watching on a device. All you need to do is click on that. You can see everything that's in the show, and you can put it into your shopping cart as you go along, and you don't need to leave the show. So you can shop while you watch. I don't go away. You can still hear me and see me. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate the watches. Unfortunately, it's a little tougher for you to shop the show, but you still can get here by clicking on the link to the show. And we can't see your comments live. So come on over. So Oma says, hey, Deb, just like they have tools to make jewelry, there are tools to make bows too. Oma, thanks for that advice. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm not allowed. I'm just not allowed to make bows. So here we go, you guys. This is the first thing I wanted to show you. I showed you these back in a show a few weeks ago. These are called keeper squares, and these are fantastic for storing little bits. So they are these stackable little dishes, and so it comes with a top, and then each one of these is a little dish that you can put beads in, or crimp tubes, or wire guards, or all kinds of things. And then when you put that on top, you can cover up the one before it. So there are stackable jars here times 10. So you get 10 of the little jars and then 2 tops that go up top. And this is just a really cool thing. So if you grab, one set, you get both of these. If you grab one set, you can, put some goodies in there, some little things, some charms. But maybe you want to organize a lot more. So you might want to pick up some more of these if you can. And Texas Tracy, that is so true. Great for traveling. So if you've got just a couple of small projects, you can put all of your pieces and parts in here and drop those into your carry-on and or in your suitcase and get on with your bad self. So I thought these were great gifts for beaders and, for yourself if you are a beader. So that's a fun thing. Now I've got quite a few strands of beads, and I know Julie did a pearl show, which I know you all really loved. I think it was last week or maybe the week before. So I've got some glass pearls, and I wanted to show these to you guys and make sure that if you haven't already grabbed some of these, that you still have an opportunity to get them while they're available. So how much do the containers hold? Let's see if I can tell from the package. So each jar is 1¼ inches by 0.6 inches. So I don't know. I mean, it will vary, Oma, depending on what you put in them as well. But let me see if I can, let's open one of these up. And while I'm showing you these beads, let's try and put some of these in here. So these are glass pearls, and they are 6 millimeter. And they are a beautiful steel blue. And I love this color. This goes nicely with Montana blue. If you're familiar with Montana blue as a color, I can fit a strand of, which is 25 pieces, in this container. So if you grab a bunch of these pearls, you can store a strand of the pearls in one of these containers. So yeah, this is great. Oh, Ellen from New Jersey, we'll see you. You can watch the replay. So there we go. That's how that looks. But these steel blue are really beautiful this time of year. If you're looking for some nice, cool blues to add to your designs, super pretty glass pearls. And these are really nice quality. So then I've got another strand of the glass pearls in this gorgeous green. And these are just so luminous and beautiful. This is an olive green. These are also 6 millimeter. You get 25 beads on this strand, and you know, everything is 40% off, you guys. So grabbing a bunch of pearls right now is a prudent thing to do and a great gift for you or for another beader in your life. Blueberries, Cindy, yes, they do look like blueberries. Oh my goodness, now I'm hungry. So, okay, so green, great for holiday designs. And you guys, I got so excited when I found these. This is a strand, and it's a long strand of check cubes. These are 4x4 millimeter check glass cubes. Look at these little cute beads. This is a really beautiful opaque luscious red, and that's exactly what my package says. Opaque luscious red. I would have inserted the word luscious anyways, but that's what the package says. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous strand of beads. It's 100 pieces. I'm seeing cubes around in the wild. So a nice strand of luscious red cubes are great right now. Totally reminds me of Christmas too, Oma. And so if you're working on Christmas designs or designs for beyond, you get a nice big long strand of these beautiful, pretty little cubes. So I love them. Now, while we're talking about cubes, I did find another color. Actually, let me set that one there because this one will go perfectly with it. This is the green. Oh my goodness, look at the green. This green is so lovely. What is this one called? This is called Opaque Verdigris. So I don't think this looks like verdigris at all. This is not what I would call verdigris, but we got to find names for things. So that's what this one is named. So this one is also 4x4 millimeter. And look at this red and green together. If this doesn't make you fall in love, I don't know what will. These two colors are just perfect for Christmas designs. Emerald, yes, D, that's better. I like emerald for this. Look at that beautiful, rich green. And look at these two together. So pretty. So you could do all kinds of fun things with these little cubes. And just remember when you're working with cubes that sometimes when you string them all together, they don't really bend nicely together. So adding spacer beads in between is always prudent. So lovely cubes. I'm crazy about them. I hope you guys are too. I think you're going to really love them when you get them home to you. Here's another beautiful blue strand, but these are fire polish. And this is a different shade of blue. This is a Capri blue. And I personally love Capri blue. Look at the richness of this blue. So these are 6 millimeter fire polish, and 6 millimeter and 4 millimeter are probably the most popular color or sizes of the fire polish. And this blue is just so rich and lovely. So remember, these are all 40% off. So you can grab some really nice fire polish, some really nice glass pearls, and get these things home to you. And even if you don't intend to use them this time of year, you've got them stashed away for next year. Cindy from Virginia says royal blue. To me, yes, I think this could also be considered royal blue. Definitely. It's all in the interpretation and all in the eye. So, it could look different to you than it looks to me or someone else. I definitely think that could go for royal blue. Hi, Santa Barbara girl. Thanks for being here, lady. All right, look at these, you guys. These are terrific. So these are made by Vintage, if you know the Vintage brand. And yes, they were Capri Blue, Santa Barbara girl. That was the name of them. And they are 6mm fire polish. These are natural brass, rustic, altered blank rectangles. So if you like stamping, or maybe you like embellishing, you can take these nice rectangular stamps. So the dimensions are probably in the product description, but you can come in and stamp these, maybe put your name or a name of someone in your family on these and gift them. You could also glue things onto them, like some flat backs or some cup chain, something like that. Michelle likes Vintage. I love Vintage brand as well. These are really lovely. And the rectangular shape is nice because it looks really great as a pendant, or this would make a really nice pair of earrings. Just drop these onto ear wires and you've got instant earrings. And whatever you do to embellish them makes them your own design. So these are cool. These are out there in case you did not see them, and they would make a great gift for a beader. And then let's see. This is fun. I'm going to grab a little dish for this. Let me see if I can find a dish handy. My studio is a bit of a disaster right now. It's just like a lot of a disaster, not a bit of a disaster. It's a lot. Francie says, I never got into metal stamping, but I love that look. Last thing I need is another hobby. Hey, it's jewelry making. It's the same hobby. I'm enabling you. This is so cool. This is a fun bead mix, and this is always great for jewelry makers. So this is one of the Mr. Kitty's Curated check glass bead bags. And this is assorted shapes, and look at these lovely colors. I absolutely love this. There's leaves. Yes, Angie, mine too. I just can't ever get ahead of it. This is beautiful. This has like an orangey red color. Here's like a diamond shape. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. Then there's like some pillow shaped beads here. Look at these, and they all are a little bit different. So these are lovely check glass beads. Oh, and these are like fiber optic almost, and they are corrugated tubes. Super cool. This is great for this time of year. So, hi, Julie P. The time change, I know. So this is just a really cool one. So this is great at 40% off. You can grab one or two of these, and you've got lots of mixed beads to work with. And if you want to just create something with this mix, all you need is some wire, some findings, maybe some spacers, and you're good to go because everything goes together so nicely. So this is cool. This is also a great gift. You can, send the product link to someone you love and say, hey, here's a good gift for me. And Santa Barbara Girl says these are like a bowl of fresh summer fruit. Yes, they kind of do look like fruit. You guys are making me hungry today. Making me hungry. Okay, now for a fabulous pair of holiday earrings. So we were looking at my bow earrings. These are a little big. They would be statement earrings, and you have to purchase these individually. But look at these. OMG. Now this could also be a pendant. Doesn't necessarily have to be an earring, but when I saw these, I thought I have to show these to the Beadaholique crowd because they will love these. These are 45 millimeter wreath pendants. And they are called Home for the Holidays wreath pendants, and they are gorgeous. So they are like, you know, all of these beautiful rhinestones, glass rhinestones, I think. Let me see. I'm pretty sure those are glass rhinestones. Angie, to be honest with you, they are a little bit more on the heavy side. I can't wear heavy earrings, so I would probably only wear these out for like a short dinner if I was going to wear them. And Thaisa is in love with these. You could put a dangle here. There are some holes. So this is the back, nice and bright gold. There's some holes here, so you could probably wrap a little wire in there. Might not hang exactly central in the wreath, but you could probably manipulate it in some way. You crafty folks can do that. These are beautiful, you guys. So they are sold singularly, but they are spectacular. I want to make sure you knew this. And this, for my beader friends, this is an easy earring for you to make. If you're making stuff for everybody else and you just need a little something pretty for yourself, just grab a pair of ear wires or grab a jump ring and a piece of chain and you've got a beautiful pendant. They're so beautiful. So I wanted to show those to you guys because they are pretty spectacular. Really, really cool. I've got some more pearls for you. I know you guys were loving the pearls. Santa Barbara girl says she collects brooches, right up her alley. You could definitely do a brooch in some fashion with that wreath. Look at this strand of pearls. I am absolutely enamored of this pearl strand. Could you cut the loop off? I'll let you be the judge. It's a pretty thick, I mean, if you've got a nice, good, like garage pair of cutters, you could probably snip that off and you could probably do some two-part epoxy with a pin back, maybe up here or across if you don't mind that being visible. But this is cool. This is really cool. So lots of possibilities. I don't know how, I mean, there's potential for that if you cut it to look funky, but you guys can decide that if you get it home and want to do that. Grape. Now I'm hungry for grapes, Cindy. This purple is gorgeous. This in the description is called matte purple velvet. These are 6 millimeter again. They are divine. I mean, this color, I could just stare at this color all day. It's so beautiful. Just really luminous and pretty. Actually goes with what I'm wearing. I would totally make a bracelet with those. I love them. Let's take a look at these. So this is another metal component that you guys should be aware of. This is, let the camera focus, a 42 by 32 millimeter gold-plated teardrop hoop with hole. So this has a hole here. So what you can do with this is, I don't know if this head pin is too small or not, but I'm going to take a head pin. This is a ball end head pin. I'm going to put that up through the hole on this. And so you can take a head pin and you can attach this onto, wire wrap this and attach to a necklace. You can create an earring. You could do all kinds of fun things with this. And it also enables you to maybe do an eye pin and have something hanging from your eye pin. So a bead, another charm, something like that. But I thought this was cool. I had not seen these before until I started to really dig around. They come individually, but if you wanted to get a couple of them, you could do earrings and maybe even do a trio of them as focals on a necklace. This is just really a cool finding. And it's a nice heavy metal. You could even do some wire wraps around the edges and, have a really fun embellished little teardrop pendant. And this is a gold tone. I don't know if there is a silver tone version. I don't remember seeing one, but maybe Michelle or Thaisa could take a look and see if there is one available. Let's see. This is cool, you guys. And I don't know how many of these are in stock, but this is the coolest little tray for goodies on your studio table. So if you are a beader and you are looking for a fun thing to have on your work table or in your craft room, this is a ceramic bead sorting tray. And it is round. It's 5.5 inches in diameter. It has this central little cubby hole and then all of these spots around it. So I can think of a few different ways to use this. I could take my head pins, drop them in. I could take, some little chain pieces, put them here. Maybe I've got some beads I want to put into some of these. So you could use this to have things handy on your work table, maybe things you use frequently like spacers or head pins or jump rings, those kinds of things. Or you could pull this out when you're starting a project and you could take your beads and drop them in. So you can take them out of your little container, your little keeper squares, and you could drop them into your ceramic tray. Maybe you've got everything you need in this tray for a project, and you can carry this off to another room, or you can put this up in a cabinet if you're worried about a cat getting to it. So this is a great little ceramic tray, fun for a beader's gift this time of year. I absolutely love these trays. I've seen a lot of people work with these trays. They're really nice. They're really nice quality, and they're a little on the heavy side. So they're not going to slide around a lot if you've got them hanging around. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of water, you guys. I have a little tickle in my throat. So I found these and I got kind of excited. So I had not seen these before. These are what are called check dime beads, and they are just these little flat, like coin-shaped beads, and they're tiny. So they are 6 millimeter, and these are black diamond. Excuse me, black diamond. So they're like a grayish transparent, and they are on the cotton string, so they've got to be vintage. And there's a nice long strand of these. So you get 25 pieces of them, and they are really, really lovely little beads. I've just not seen these. Coin beads have a tendency to be a little more bulbous. These are absolutely flat coins, and they are just a cute little bead. I think I have another color in the show. When I get to them, we can take a look at those as well. But these are just a really cool little coin bead, a little dime bead. I had never heard of such a thing. And guess what, you guys? With 40% off, they're like 61 cents for a strand of them. So I'm just saying, if you want to try them out, that's a great screaming deal if you want to try them out. All right, this particular colorway is sold out, but this same component is available, and I think I was able to put some others in the show. These are made by Zola Elements. Zola makes some really cool jewelry components, some metal things, and some acetate things like these. This is a connector, and it's U-shaped, so it can be a link, or it could be a pendant. It could be all kinds of things. And it's got holes. I'm going to get this out of the way so the camera's not looking for that. And I'm actually going to flip this over. So we've just got a clear palette. And so it's got 2 holes. And this can be attached with jump rings to something else. So to a piece of filigree with jump rings, you can attach it to beading wire. You can add chain to this, 2 pieces of chain going up. So these are really beautiful. And I think I see the ones on the screen that are available. They are a honeycomb color. This kind of tortoise, faux tortoise is really cool, but unfortunately these are already gone. Angie said she bought a ton of these and they're so beautiful. I agree. And another cool thing about the acetate is they're lightweight. So we were talking about heavy earrings earlier. If you're looking for ways to try and get yourself some cool earrings and not have them be too heavy, this kind of component would be cool. Oma, yes, ma'am. You could just connect those with jump rings and you've got a full circle. You would just want to find a way to attach them to whatever you're going to attach them to. Maybe a larger jump ring and this becomes a pendant. So super fun. I love these. I've always loved Zola Elements components. They do some fun things. So I thought you guys should see that. And then check these out. Actually, I need to cut open this package. So if you are looking for some color, bringing some color into your designs, and you're looking for a gift of color, look at these. These are 6mm vinyl vulcanite Heshy beads, and they're a mixed color. So they are a soft, kind of a soft bead. And they are really, really cool. I know, really colorful. I love the blues and the yellows. This is kind of giving me Egyptian vibes, which is all the rage right now, you guys. Egyptian stuff is crazy all over the place. And it is so good. So look at, you could literally just put these onto a stretch cord, or onto, just some beading wire, and you've got a really cool, colorful bracelet. And the holes on these are fairly large, so you can do all kinds of fun things with them. Caterpillar color, yes. So these are cool. And I don't know the length of this strand, but it's really long. I'm thinking it's probably 15 or 16 inches. It's really a great strand of beads. Really fun, cool, colorful. And if you like Egyptian stuff like me, this is great for making some Egyptian themed designs. And okay, let's take a look at another fire polish strand. I thought this was so pretty, so elegant. This is 4mm fire polish, and this is Sapphire Celsian. And I think that is every bit as pretty as a sapphire, an actual sapphire. This color is so beautiful, and the sparkle on this is fantastic. So you can grab a strand, and it's a pretty long strand too. This is just really lovely. You could just create a beautiful bracelet, or put these with some of the other blues that I've shown you today. So we looked at these guys. This would actually look nice together. And the price is great too. You're right, Christus, for sure. That's the thing, you guys. I'm pointing out some of these things now because if you're gifting to another beader, or you're gifting for yourself, or you're just stocking up, now is the time, because the 40% off makes all of this really exciting. So as sad as it is that Beadaholique is closing, hey, we all love a great deal, right? All right, so how about some magnetic closures? So this one is tiny. Look at this tiny one, but it's mighty. So this is a 6x4.5mm antique brass magnetic clasp. And I'm going to show you, I'm having to really use my thumbnails to open that up. And this is just a really nice, simple, so you can see how tiny it is, a very simple little magnetic closure. So if you're looking for a good magnet, want to stock up on some magnetic closures, these are great. And here's a 6mm bead next to it to give you some perspective on size. So this would go nicely with your like a 6mm bracelet. Super pretty, super practical to have a lot of those around if you can. And then, I don't know if you guys know, but there were a number of Goody Beads kits that were carried by Beadaholique. And I'm going to pull this one out. and show you this one. This is a gemstone pendant flare necklace kit. And this has these amazing, like spiky components and some beads that will create this really beautiful flare pendant. And you get all of the contents and the instructions to put that together and all of the pieces and parts. And if you don't like kits, maybe you don't like kits and you don't want to make the exact thing, well, guess what? You can use the large hole gemstone beads, these little metal cubes. You can use this snake chain. This has one of those slide clasps, super cool. And this metal component or metal collection of spikes. So all of those different sizes of those spikes. So cool stuff. I mean, if you don't want to, you don't want to make the kit, look at all the parts, and for the price, you might want to just take it apart, take the parts and not make the necklace. But the necklace is cool. So you could take the parts and make a different necklace if you wanted. So that's available, and that would make a great gift for you. And this would be a gift for a friend that maybe doesn't make jewelry. So maybe somebody that you want to convince to make jewelry. A kit is a great way to get somebody started. So that's a fun thing. Let's look at these. These are fun. These are ear threaders. And I'm going to see, I've gotten them kind of connected here. Let's see if I can get them apart. So threaders are interesting. They are like an interesting way to wear earrings that have a little bit of chain attached to them. So this particular one, you put through your ear with this post, you pull it down to the loop, and then dangling in front, you've got a piece of chain and you've got this loop, which I believe is split. Let me look at it closer with my from under the camera here. So you can attach a bead. So let's say maybe you've got that Mr. Kitty bead mix that we had. You can wire wrap this bead, put it onto that loop. Maybe you want to create a little leaf earring, attach that guy, or you can grab some of the beautiful pearls that we've looked at today. And this is just really a cool way to wear an earring. I like a threader. I forget about them. So this is a pretty one. This is 3 inches. So this is a little bit on the long side, but it's so pretty. Oh, and Thaisa says these are a favorite of hers. So Thaisa, these are really gorgeous for a lovely pair of earrings. You customize it to make it your own. This is a great thing to stock up on while things are 40% off, you guys. So that's that. Let me show you this. I'm sure you guys have seen these before, and I'm going to ask for your forgiveness for all of the plastic sound. Let me grab this. So I've got this guy. Let me pull this up a little bit. This is a treasure mat, and we've used these on the show. Julie Bean has used these quite a bit on the show, bead mat. And what is cool about this bead mat is it's great for when you're working on a project. So it has all of these little spots that have this raised felt. So you've got the soft kind of cushy felt and foamy kind of felt, and then you've got this hard felt. And it's creating these little places where you can put beads so you can separate them. So, oh, and Michelle says this is her favorite. This is great. You can take, let's say you're working on a seed bead bracelet. You can put your different colors of seed beads in here. And you've got this nice big section that also has this raised hard felt. And it's going to hold your project in here. So I don't work that way with projects typically, but I have used this one for working on some projects, and I do think it's really nice to have that separation rather than your beads kind of coming together a little bit, which is kind of I don't know, organized chaos, which is typically what I work in. But this is great if you want to try and have less chaos. So this is great, and 40% off. This is a great gift for yourself or for another beader. It's just a nice bead mat, and it's always great to have bead mats. And Michelle or Taya said, did you guys add the those organizers, those lockables? Because I'd like to show those if they're in the show. Just give me a shout to say yes or no. These are cool. Lockables are in. Okay, cool. All right, so let me go back down a little bit here. I love these. These are super fun. 17 by 25 millimeter white rhodium plated triangle filigree connectors. Now, I love these for something that maybe you might not think you would use them for. So traditionally, these are used for like a triple stranded necklace. So this would be up towards the back of the necklace, and then your beads would be connected, your strands of beads would be connected, and they would loop around. And this is a way to organize a triple strand necklace. Totally acceptable, great way to use them. You could even do a bracelet, same way. And you would add your closure to the ends of these. But I like to use these for earrings. That's my jam. I'll add an ear wire up here, and then I will wire wrap beads directly onto the loops, or maybe dangle some chain from them. These are so much fun. Earrings for sure. That's where I go, Santa Barbara girl. I can't help myself. I love these for earrings. And these are so elegant and very nicely made. They are not double-sided, but they are pretty on the back as well. And they're just really, really nicely made. So rhodium plated, really lovely. So I think these are sold individually, but I couldn't believe that these were still available. Definitely for earrings. That's my jam for these kinds of components. So grab these at 40% off while you still can. And then, oh, look at these. So I can't believe these were available, and I don't know if they're going to be available. Maybe they're already sold out. These beads are some of my most favorite spacer beads. So this is a strand of 2 millimeter cornerless cube brass beads. Now, back when I started making jewelry, there was a jewelry maker who used these, and I was so enamored of them, and I couldn't find them for the longest time. And I ended up at the Tucson Gem Show and found these from a seller. I stocked up on some, and they've become a lot more mainstream, but they are a little bit hard to find. So I was surprised to find these. Maybe I found the last one or one of the last ones, but these are so lovely. They are a larger hole spacer, so you can kind of see bending that back, you've got a pretty large hole. These look really cool with more of a rustic design, and they just add some fun sparkle, some fun color, and this is a really long strand of these beads. Now, I would pay about $12, maybe $14 for this now at a bead show. So I think the price for these is much less with the 40% off here. So these are gorgeous. This is a find. Oh, Michelle says there's only 4 strands left. Please grab these, you guys. You will absolutely love these spacer beads. Or you could just do a simple strand of them on a bracelet, and you've got a cool bracelet look. Santa Barbara girl, they do look a little bit Egyptian. And if we go back to these colorful Egyptian beads, look at these with these. Ooh-wee. So these look Egyptian to me too. So if you match these up with each other, super interesting and cool. So I'm in love with those cornerless cube beads. Scoop those up, you guys. That's a great gift for yourself. Okay, here's a fun clasp. If you work with leather, and 2 2mm leather is pretty popular. You may want something really interesting for a clasp. This is a tube clasp, and what you would do is you would glue in your leather onto either side of this piece. So you could make this almost like a visible clasp. So sometimes I'll design with some of those tube beads, and this kind of looks like that. So it looks like that. So you could wear this in the front of a necklace and just attach your leather, and you've got a cool, a cool closure that can second as a focal. So that's pretty cool. It's for 2mm leather. It will fit right in there. Just get yourself some glue and pop that into the ends. That's a really neat little finding to have if you work with leather. I also want to remind you guys, because I'm an advocate for proper tool usage, if you are working with memory wire, you should have a memory wire cutter. I want all of you to repeat after me. I will not use my good cutters on my memory wire. I hope you're all saying that out loud. That is, this is the kind of tool you need to cut your memory wire so you don't wreck your good cutter. So if you've got a really nice pair of Zuron, or you've got a nice pro Beadaholique cutter, don't use those for memory wire, because they're going to cause all kinds of little nicks. And this is just a nice way to protect your other cutters. And so if you don't have these, or you want to gift these to another jewelry maker, get a pair of these while they are 40% off, because these are going to save you. And you may only use them once in a while when you work with memory wire, but you need these to protect yourself. And Debbie says it also cuts the wire round. So this is just a tool you'll need, and there are not a lot of tools left on Beadaholique. So I want to make sure that you guys take advantage of the deals. Now, I was talking to my girls about the lockables, and we looked at these a few weeks back. These are the coolest lockable containers. So I'm trying to open this guy. I can't open it, but if I push on this little red button here, I can then open this up. So it's kind of engaging this little, this ability for this to open. It's got these little pegs that come down. And so when I try to open it without pressing on it, it's locking it. So this one, I hope that this one is still available. This is a 2-section container. So I'm pushing on the red. This one has 2 nice size, large sections. So I can take my blue beads here, and I can take my brass beads here and drop those in. So you could fit strands in here, and you could probably fit multiple strands in each one of these. So if this two compartment one is available, this is a great one for bigger things that you might have. So if you're looking for some containers to put beads in, or components, findings, that kind of thing, even finished pieces, this 2-section one is really, really helpful. So that's one of the lockables. Then this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 smaller sections. I'm going to pull on these. These are not opening unless I press the button, and it's hard to press and do that on camera. So I'm pressed, and now I've got a nice little container there. And if I take this strand and kind of wind it around a bit, I can drop those in. I can also take my pearls that we opened up earlier. Let me open up this one. Drop those in. So I could put beads in here. Sorry, we're getting the ring light here. So we can get beads in here. We can get findings in here. This one, if you want to take a trip, you can take your your little keeper squares for some of your smaller things, and then maybe your lockable for some bigger things. And you could put clasps. So maybe you need a way to organize the clasps that you have or something else. Janice says, I have these lockables. I really like them. Just don't drop them on the side that unlocks. Oh my gosh. I have both the larger and the smaller. Works great. Thank you, Janice, for sharing that. And great tip, if you drop them onto that little engager, yeah, that could be a problem because it will open everything up. And this is a double wide. I don't know if this one is available, but this one has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on both sides. So it's got the button here for this side. Now this one, if you drop it here or here, this is what, you've got as a risk. Cindy says, I use those a lot. I have all my rings for chainmail and findings in one. That's great. So if you just want, like, I organize all of my jump rings in the same container. I organize all my lobster claws in a container. So depending on what you've got or how much you have, you may need something like this to organize the different colors of metal, the different sizes. So these are great. And this is a nice solid plastic, you guys. Like, this is not flimsy. Janice says it only happened one time. Cindy from Virginia uses them too. So these are 40% off, you guys. A great gift for yourself or for other beaders, or if you want to give someone a gift idea for you, send them a link to these while they're still available. I don't know how many are still available, and I don't know if all 3 of them are available, but I know at least a couple of them were when I was taking a look. So there you go. You can pop your beads in there, and you can, take them to a friend's house and do some beading. Let's look at a few more beads. Here's another beautiful glass pearl. Look at this color. Teal is so popular. This is a matte teal. Look at this gorgeous matte teal. I am just crazy about these pearls. I think they are just so luminous and such beautiful colors. They're really lovely and a nice quality. Again, you get 25 pieces of these. They're 6mm and they're 40% off. So I would grab all of your favorite colors and start making some beautiful things with these. Here's that other blue. So look at even the different blues together look really cool. So you could do all kinds of fun things just with the pearls themselves. Chris says she always loves teal. I do too. I think they're fun. All right, here's another one of those strands of those dime beads. And one of them just went on the floor. I have so many beads on the floor in here. Look at these little dime beads. These are in medium amethyst. So the other one was like a black diamond, but these are a really beautiful amethyst color. So I've got the tag in here and I've got the string, but look at how lovely these little coin beads are. They're drilled straight through the center and they're just beautiful. They look nice with clear glass beads. Yes. So this is a nice long strand of these, and look at the price point on these beads. Like, I can't believe that. So I don't know if there are other colors than the 2 that I'm showing you, but if there are, I would get one in every single color of these. They're so much fun. Oma, I have 2 cats. But you know what? They don't really care about beads anymore. Like, they could care less. Like, they're bored with the beads. They don't care. They don't care about the beads anymore. Unless, of course, one happens to roll right in front of them while they're taking a nap. Here's a cool thing, you guys. This is a 25mm antique silver flat tag. This is a small oval charm by Nun Design. I do believe, hey, Zach, how are you, girl? I do believe this is stampable. I'm not 100% on that, but this is a really nice tag. It's pretty thick and it makes a great pendant. So you could embellish this, and I think it's stampable. You could stamp it as well. And, you know, you could get 2 of these, make an earring, or this could just go on a really simple chain. This is just nice. And this is nice to have around when you have an idea, you need something like this, a blank of some sort, and 40% off gets you this. And it's such a pretty piece. Nunn Design has great quality pieces, so it's fantastic. All right, I can't believe we still have these. These are always so popular, and I've got these both mixed up. So these are the most fun for instant earrings. So I call this a gift for beaders because sometimes when we're beaders, we are tired of making stuff for everybody else and we just want something simple for us. So these are pinch bail for earrings or pendants, and they are double twisted. And what you have at the bottom is this little bail. So what you would do, and I'm going to see if I can open that up a little bit. Let's see if I've got a bead. I mean, we've got lots of beads around here. Just go look around on the floor. Let's grab one of these from our Mr. Kitty. And I'm doing this without tools. Just press that little bail in. And this is kind of a small bead for this, but that's how it works. You can take a bead, open that up carefully, push those together, and you've got this cool design. Like, this is so much fun. Put this directly onto an ear wire, and you've got a pretty bead at the bottom, and you've got all that beautiful swirly silver tone. These are just cool. And we've had these in different styles. And I don't know if any of the others are still available, but I couldn't believe that this one was still available. So you will want to grab these while you still can and get them for 40% off. They're so much fun. Super cool bails, super fun to work with. I've got just a few more things, you guys. I've got one more round bead, and I wanted to show you these because they're really interesting. So look at this bead. It is a check round. It's 6 millimeter and it's called Rosaline Tortoise. You get 50 pieces of this, and it's like a pinkish hue with some brown in it. So it has that kind of tortoise look to it, which is super interesting. I've not seen any beads that are exactly like this. And it's hard to get the pink because my fingers are a little pink. But they're just super neat. So I just thought you might enjoy seeing these. They're different, they're interesting, and maybe it's a good thing to pick up to challenge yourself with. Use these for some kind of cool bracelet or necklace design. And it'd be a great gift for yourself or for another beader in your life. And then one more metal piece, and I thought these were really cool. So these are sold individually, but they're really neat for earrings. So talk about a dramatic earring. If you pick these guys up, they're a double-sided 38 by 14 millimeter elongated Art Deco connector. So you can connect an ear wire up top and wire wrap a bead to the bottom, or you could go the other direction, attach this to an ear wire, wire wrap a bead to the bottom, and this could be a pendant. So it's substantive enough for a pendant, or you could get another and do them as earrings. So if I take just an example, a bead like that and put that down at the bottom, wrap that on, you get some nice shiny silver tone and a really dramatic look. And they're, I will say these are a little on the heavier side. They're heavier than they look, but they're not heavy. So just be aware, maybe you pick some lighter, smaller beads to attach if you're concerned about the weight of your earrings. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. All right. One more piece to show you guys. And these are just your classic cream colored pearls. So these are glass pearls, just like the other ones we've been looking at. This is 6mm cream. And if you're just wanting some just classic looking pearls without the pearl price, glass pearls are all the rage and they are so nice. The quality of these are really, really good. So I just thought you should be aware of the glass pearls, all of the beautiful colors, all of the possibilities of these are just the same as if you were using real pearls. So, I'm going to flip the camera up and I'm going to show you my picks of all of these gifty things. I think my favorites are these guys that look like Egyptian beads. These guys are fun. So I think that's favorite 1. Favorite 2, and you guys, if you want to get these things home, please make sure that you check out of your carts. So I'll give you a little bit of time to do that. Make sure you don't miss out on some of these pretties. This pendant, this glorious rhinestone pendant, so beautiful, so gorgeous. That one is called Home for the Holidays, which is so perfect. And then, where are those purple pearls? These, OMG, these pearls. Look at that color. So we looked at a lot of pearls today. These purple pearls are my favorite. Look at that purple color. They are to die for. So you guys, so much fun to share these gifting ideas. So if you're going to gift yourself, make sure that you wrap them up. They're going to come wrapped. But wrap them up for yourselves. Put them in your own stocking. Sometimes, sometimes we don't get the stocking stuffers that we want. We could put the stocking stuffers in our own stocking and we can get those opened up. But otherwise, you can use all of these just, not outside of the holiday. You don't have to use them as gifts, but they are all fun things that I thought you should know about. 40% off. Remember, if you're watching this on replay or live today, you can shop the show by clicking on that shopping bag and just load things into your shopping cart. Make sure that you check out and don't miss those things coming to you because things sell out fast. So that's all I have for you today, my friends. I will be, let's see, today is Tuesday. Julie will be here on Thursday. She'll also be back on Monday, and I'll be back again next Tuesday. We have lots of fun things. We're continuing to plan all of these shows for you. Oma, I did make the earrings. I literally took this bow charm. These are sold out, but I just attached it to an ear wire. Unfortunately, they're sold out, but they're a metal bow charm, so I didn't have to make the bow. All right, you guys, this was so much fun. I will see you again next Tuesday. Go and make some things, have some fun, have a great rest of your week. I'll see